Hello, AfterBuzzers. Jillian Leff here with a familiar face. I don't know if you guys watch my Foster's After Show, but this is Ashley Argota, and she is playing Juliet in the production Romeo and Juliet Love is a Battlefield at the Rockwell in LA.
Yes, I am. Hello. Good to see you again.
Yes, absolutely. So for those viewers that haven't seen the show, tell them a little bit what it's about.
So it's basically the classic story of Romeo and Juliet, but set to Pat Benatar songs, which I know kind of sounds like, what, at first? Everyone that I've told is kind of like, I don't know about this. But when you come and see the show, every word of her songs makes sense in this show, and it's been incredible and just such a wonderful experience.
And I think also a lot of people don't realize maybe what a Pat Benatar song is, and then it clicks.
Yes, exactly. Like Heartbreaker. We do Heartbreaker. We do We Live for Love. We do Shadows of the Night. That's my favorite number in the show. So it somehow, Bradley Bredeweg, who's the co-creator of The Fosters, he's our director in the show, and he somehow had the brilliant mind to put together Romeo and Juliet and Pat Benatar's greatest hits, and it just works.
So after I saw the show, I was brought back to when I first read Romeo and Juliet. Can you remember when you read it, how old you were?
I was in high school when I read it. I know that. I had to have been in like 11th grade or something like that, 10 or 11. And I remember I was doing True Jackson at the time, and I remember asking one of my cast members, Greg Proops, to like help explain the story to me. And also, SparkNotes is a wonderful thing. Thank you, Internet.
Another thing that I feel like a lot of people identify with in the show is the sort of iconic balcony scene.
Yes.
And instead of just asking you about it, because I've gotten to watch it numerous times, I wanted to know if anybody has ever made a grand gesture in love for you before.
Oh, man.
Or have you done that for someone else?
No. I made a care package for someone I love who went away for a little while. Does that count for anything? And I got like all of his favorite candies and like a little plush toy thing for him. I don't know. I guess that's a grand gesture of love.
That's so cute. I mean, listen, it's better than a text.
Exactly.
This is kind of an unconventional space to perform in.
Yes.
How do you deal with sort of being in the middle of the audience?
That's very interesting. It's really funny because when we were rehearsing for the show in the first run, they were like, yeah, it looks like we have a lot of space now, but when people are here, it's going to be pretty crowded. And there's a point in the show when I do Love is a Battlefield, when we sing that song, I'm literally in the audience. I like walk on top of the bar. I'm walking on top of the booth and like where people are sitting. So we would have, like during rehearsals, we'd have people sit there, like one of our cast members or something sit there so we could kind of get a feel of what it was like to have people there. And then we had our first show and the audience came in, and I remember looking out into the audience before we did that scene, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to get around anybody. And there's the moment when I go up on the booth to walk on top of the chairs, there was a guy sitting there and he had his elbow like up on the booth. And I don't sing that part. It's Romeo who sings that part. And I literally went, excuse me, sir. And I tapped him on the shoulder, and it's very obvious what I'm about to do. Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, she's suddenly there. Like, I step on things to get on top of that thing. And he didn't move. And he just kind of sat there and was like, and I was like, I guess, are you gonna, no, okay, that's fine. So it's really fun though, because it's different every night.
Right.
So I have to take that, with that scene in particular, I have to take a different path every night. I never go the same way twice, which is really, really cool. So it keeps it pretty fresh for us.
Speaking of fresh, you sort of have a rotating cast of Romeos this time around.
I do.
Corbin Bleu of High School Musical fame and Samuel Larson, who was on Glee. How has it been working with the both of them?
They have been incredible, actually. We have had exactly 1 week of rehearsals to put this up. When we first started the show, we had 4 weeks to rehearse. And these boys have learned in 1 week what we learned in 4. So they've been doing a great job. Corbin goes on tonight, and I don't know how they wrapped their head around this show, but they did it, and they are awesome. They did a great job. I'm very proud of them.
So there's definitely a lot of kissing in this show.
There is a lot of kissing in this show.
And I have to ask this because I know the Fosters fans are really going to get at me. So we need to rank the kisses.
Oh, no!
All right?
Oh,
we have the original Romeo.
Right.
Rusty, yes.
Rustin.
Rustin. We have Corbin. And then we have Samuel. And let's just throw David Lambert in there.
I knew you were gonna do that to me. Oh no.
Let's just throw him in there because I feel like a lot of Brandon and Lou fans want to know.
Oh no.
All right, so you got to give it to me straight. Girl to girl.
Girl to girl. But see, the problem with all of this is that a stage kiss is different from a real kiss. So I feel like I can't fairly rank anybody because they're all work kisses.
Look at that. She should have a career as a politician, people. Dang. I'll get her off camera. I'll get her. One final question. Why should people go and see this show?
I think people should come and see the show because it's the story that everybody knows, but it's told in such a unique way. And it's so much fun. I mean, obviously the story of Romeo and Juliet is so sad. We all know what happens in the end, but it's really interesting doing the show every night and literally hearing people in the audience going, no, they're not going to die, are they? But everybody knows the story, but I guess we tell it in a way that people obviously want a different ending, and that's really, really cool to hear and see every night. And it's just a lot of fun. Pat Benatar's songs are just, you want to get up and dance when you hear the song. So come and see our show. It's so worth it, I promise. You've seen it, right?
Yes, I've seen it. I loved it. Now, this is running through the end of summer, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right.
We'll be here for a while. Come and see us Saturdays and Sundays.
Guys, at the Rockwell in LA. Ashley, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you.
You better come on our Foster's After show this season.
You got it. I know what happens in the next season now.
She's teasing us. What? All right, well, I'll see if I can get any dirt off camera.
Sorry.
Bye, guys.